Hello, today we'll be unboxing a power supply. May sound dull, but not this one. This one is an EVGA 850 G5. If you would like to see the build this is going into, please subscribe. And of course, if you like this particular video, give us a thumbs up. It's really appreciated. So this one, why have I selected it? First of all, 850 is a lot of power. It's great. And of course, with today's restriction on products out there, finding, for example, a 750, which is what I was looking for originally, this was step up. It was available. That's what we went for. This particular unit uses Japanese capacitors. It's a high quality, and it has a 135 millimeter fan, meaning that it will be ultra quiet. So that's always great in an office environment, especially if you're working from home, a small office. You want to make sure that you're not creating a lot of noise pollution around you. So let's go ahead and open this. This is a system that is completely modular, as you'll see in a minute. So we'll unbox this. And what we have is a bit of a sticker here. Alright, so if you've seen some of our other videos, you will notice that it is packaged relatively the same. So we've got ourselves a book in here. This is the Gold series. That's what the G and the G5 is for. So when you select a power supply, you can get the standard, you can get the Gold, you can get the Platinum, and the idea is the higher end it is, the more efficient it is. So the efficiency will go up. They have so many models. Make sure that you go off to their website. There's other brands as well that are equally good. I like EVGA. I've never had problems with them in the past. The one time that I had something fail, they replaced it with no questions or very minimal questioning. And they've had some great service. It's easy to reach them. It's one of the reasons I use their products. And of course, they are high quality. I've never had a problem with their power supplies. We've used a lot of their 1600s in the past. So we've got the power supply itself. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. It is very small, considering, I don't know if you have seen the other video, the 1600. That thing was a monster compared to this one. So this will give us a lot of power in a very small space. When you have a build, you want to keep all your cables to a minimum. So the idea of having a modular power supply means that you use one of these cables, you pick out what you need, and you put it in. And here's a tester. So that's what's in the box. And so if you need a VGA, if you need to plug in SATA drives, you basically would put one end to here, the rest to your drives. This will go for the motherboard, and you've got some VGAs. Now, apart from that, really you've got the fan that goes on the inside of your casing. On the outside, you've got a vent so the hot air goes out. There's an on-off switch. This particular model also has something called Echo on here, which will reduce power consumption when it can. It will lower down the fan based on the usage, so depending on the load. That's something else too that you might want to consider when you build something. There are some websites out there that will help you determine how much wattage you're going to be using inside a particular build. So depending on the products that you're using, depending on the motherboard and so forth. And once you've determined that, if you need, let's say, 480 watts, you might not want to go with a 500 watt power supply. You don't want the power supply to be at load right from the get-go. So you want to get something that is larger, has more power to provide, especially if you're going to be adding memory in the future, if you're going to be adding drives, add anything really, especially video cards, for example. You need to have power to provide. This build will actually be using one of the EVGA, the NVIDIA 3080, so that takes a lot of power. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I'm Bob Pellerin, CTOBOB. You can always leave comments below. And of course, you can visit us at www.ctobob.com to read my blogs. We're also on Twitter. Thanks for watching.